Most weight loss plans are one size fits all, not taking into account each person's individual needs. Noom is here to change that. Noom Weight uses psychology. That's why they say losing weight starts with your brain. But it also takes into account your unique biological factors, which also affect weight loss success. The program helps you understand the science behind your eating choices and why you have cravings. Everyone's journey is different, so your daily lessons are personalized to you and your goals. One of the great things about Noom is that it's nourishing instead of restrictive. They focus on progress instead of perfection. You don't have to give up carbs, or anything for that matter. Have cravings? Food FOMO? Noom can help you lose weight while still enjoying your favorite foods. To date, Noom has helped more than 5.2 million people lose weight. Stay focused on what's important to you with Noom's psychology and biology-based approach. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com. That's Noom.com.
You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, hosted by Audrey Bell-Kearney, Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Monday and Wednesday, Audrey talks business, and on Tuesday and Thursday, she talks about AI. Grab a pen and some paper so you can take notes. Now on with the show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of my friends around the world. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. 55 degrees, going up to a high of a lovely 68. That's what I'm talking about. That right there is what I am talking about. That's Georgia for you, though. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get in Georgia. You never know. The other day we were freezing, like, oh my God, it is so cold. Now today it's not, we're not freezing. Anyway, today is Talk Tech Tuesday and we're talking AI. I'm going to be talking about using Sono music and how to create music on Sono and how to sell music. For those of you who have been listening or new to the show, a lot of the music that you, most of the music, well, all of the music that you hear right now, starting from probably like a couple months ago, I used Suno to create. And the reason I decided to do that was because I was using, music has been a part of my show for like 1,100 episodes. And the reason I started to use Suno to create my own music was because I was using music that I had purchased a license from, and I was using that music in my show. What I later discovered was that if the show is syndicated to YouTube and that particular episode tend to go viral and you're a partner on YouTube, if it goes viral and you make money from it, I wouldn't make any money because I'm using other people's music on my video. I don't think a lot of people know that, but I was like, and so what would happen is I would get a little notice from YouTube saying copyright, like someone has claimed the copyrights to this music, which means that if someone claimed the copyright to the music, I wouldn't get compensated for that if that video or that episode went viral on YouTube. The person who owns the music would get compensated for that. And I was like, yeah, I was like, no way. So when Suno came out, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start creating my own music. So yesterday was the first day I created my first two Christmas songs, and I created two Christmas songs for the day. So for the rest of this season, for the rest of this week, and next part of next week, I'll be doing Christmas songs that I've created with Suno. When I tell y'all crazy easy, crazy easy. What I will say, the one thing I don't like about Suno is that I can't get the type of R&B voice that I'm looking for, and it's probably because I haven't really did enough research, and which I'm gonna do moving forward. I get the same kind of female voice. Like I have a female singer and it's like always different. I haven't been able to get that kind of R&B kind of female voice. Like I haven't been able to find that yet, but I like the music that it creates. So the music that you heard yesterday, the Christmas songs, the songs that you hear today are created with Suno. And I want to talk about that and how you can actually take that and leverage it for so many things and create a business around it and make some money. So the first thing you got to know about anything about AI is that generative AI, which means you're trying to generate something, whether it be an image, a video, a book, a song, you have to understand how to prompt, right? And even though the AI is smart, if you just give it a couple lines, it's going to create something for you. Now, are you going to get what you want? Probably not. If you don't put a lot of thought into what you're asking the AI to do, you're not going to get a whole lot of good stuff. You're gonna have to go through a bunch of iterations of okay, I don't like that changes, and which is what I did with Suno. So I didn't do a lot of iterations, but I did do like on You Are My Gift. I did about 5 or 6 iterations of that because I kept saying I don't like that song. I don't like the way that sounds. So, and you hear the song. I like this one. I did like them. They just weren't giving me that thing that I was looking for, which is crazy. You almost feel like a music producer at that point. Um, so you have to understand how to prompt, even when you're doing images or books or whatever. If you don't know how to give the AI clear instructions about what you want, it's going to create something for you, and you may not necessarily like it. Now, what I will say is, if you don't like it, you have the opportunity to edit it. Now, a lot of times when you edit something, it uses up some of your tokens. So it really depends on what platform you're working on. You can understand how much tokens you're using. I give you a prime example. I never know how much tokens I'm using when I use ChatGPT because there's no token meter to tell me, okay, you just use this many tokens. There's no meter in, right? But when I use Leonardo, which is an art platform, an art AI platform, Leonardo AI, when I use that, it'll tell me this is going to cost you 24 tokens. This is going to charge you 32 tokens. And it depends on how big the images I'm trying to create and the size of the image. So I know that I got 22,000 tokens. I probably never use all them tokens, but it's good to know that I have a nice cushion. So if I can't get something right, which very well happens, like I'll say, create me a 3D image for this, this, and this, and it'll create it, but it'll make it sideways. And I have to go back and say, create me a 3D image for this, make it front facing on a blank background. Like I have to be very descriptive, and that's what you have to understand when you think about creating your music. You have to be very descriptive. I have never been very descriptive. I just went in typing some. I type in a title, the genre, but I think when I go back and start taking this thing more seriously, which I plan on doing because I have over 100 songs right now. And I could literally start my own radio station with my own music and never play anybody else's music but my own, which that thought has definitely crossed my mind many a times. But I feel like I need to go back and be more descriptive about what the song is and all of that. You don't even have to write the song. You can just say, "Hey, I want a song about love. I wanted to feel like the person is walking through the flowers." This has been descriptive in your prompting, right? But I never do that. I'm just telling you, I never do that. I go like today. I said, "Hey, write a dance song." Write a dance song called "You Are My Gift." It needs to be R&B. It needs to have some bass tremble in it, right? That's what I said. That's all I said. And it created the words and everything, and it did it in about 30 seconds, literally. And then I went back, I don't like the way that sounds, right? To do it again, and it do it again. Like you just hit generate, and it generates it again. So what I'm telling you is don't do like me. Spend some time and thoughts on how you want the song to sound. I have not figured out how to get like a black woman R&B soulful sound. Like I get good music, but it's not like I think I've managed to do that probably one time. And I'm like, that's a good song. Like it sounds like the song that I would put out. So I have to figure that part out. So when you think about what you're trying to create, right? What kind of songs? Pick your genre. This is what I will say. So now you know you got to know how to prompt, but you need to pick your genre. For me, it's R&B soul. That's my genre. I've tried trap music. Like I created some trap songs, and they okay. And I was like, yeah, but I don't like that. Now I could tell you um, my nephew is a football coach. He just called me too. My nephew is a college football coach for UMass. My brother's a high school football coach, and my baby nephew is on his way to Indiana to be a Hoosier to play football. So I came up with this theme song, and it was hilarious because I don't think they liked it. My daughter straight told me I don't like that song, but I came up with this theme song for this thing I was trying to do and football, and it was I thought it was a nice song. My daughter hated it, and it was like a rap kind of song. She didn't like it. And I don't even I didn't use Suno when I did. I think I used Murph or something. I used something else. What was out before Suno came out? Something else was out making music, and my daughter like I hate that song. My nephews and my brother never said anything about it, which I thought that was hilarious. Which means nobody liked the song, but I created that song to be a theme song for football. It was called a football anthem. And I thought it was a good song. My husband liked the song, but ain't nobody else liked the song. The people that needed to like it, which was all the people in football, and my daughter, who's going to always be very bluntly honest with me, like she's not going to sugarcoat stuff. She's going to say, "I don't like that." My husband, on the other hand, he don't want to hurt my feelings, so he won't be completely honest with me. But my daughter will. She don't care if she hurts my feelings. She does, and she does it in a very sweet way. Like, yeah, why you make that song? I don't like the voice on that. So she'll tell me. My brother and my nephews, they won't tell me. They're like my husband. Like they just ignore it and like, yeah, I'm not gonna say that. They probably in a group laughing about what is that auntie made instead of saying we hate it. They won't do it. because they love me, so they won't do it. And they know I'm an entrepreneur and I'm always trying something. So for them, I already know they won't do it because they don't want to make it feel like they're gonna hurt my feelings, which my feelings don't get hurt that easily when it comes to business anymore. My daughter, on the other hand, she's gonna tell it like it is. My husband, he's gonna be like the rest of the men in my life. They're gonna try to protect me and protect my feelings and all that good stuff. But anyway, I created that song because I wanted a football anthem. And I wanted my brother, and I'm gonna create another one. I'm gonna tell my brother, you need to play this at the football game. This is gonna be the Southwest DeKalb football anthem. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell him that. I ain't think about that to just now. Now, what's interesting about that is that you can do things like that because you own the music, right? And I'm gonna do a song for him in 2000 and for the next season coming up, 2025 football season. And I'm gonna tell you, you got to play this at every song. You got to play it in the locker room. I want the kids dancing to the song, all of that. I'm gonna tell them that, and they'll do it. I don't push the issue because you know I try to let them stay in their space. They're not entrepreneurs, none of them. I'm the only one in this house that's an entrepreneur. My daughter's a semi. And so I'm gonna use that music for the football anthem, but it's gonna get me recognition because I'm gonna tell my brother, I need you to play this every day in the football in the locker room. You could do that. You could sell that music. Now, before we get to that part, I want you to first figure out what your genre is. Do you want to create music soundtracks for movies? Do you want to create soundtracks for your own videos that you put on TikTok? On TikTok, well, not TikTok, because I heard TikTok is literally going away in January. But YouTube, right? Like when I do my show, the music that I play is streaming on YouTube in my show. Hopefully that drives people back to the podcast so people can now find out more about what I do and what I talk about. And so you got to think about what genre do you want to do country? Like this is an opportunity. Now it does really good country. That's the crazy part. It does not do good R&B soul, but it does really good country. It does really good like pop. And then there's like all these different genres. Like I saw all these different little what do you call them? Uh acronyms for stuff like, well, not acronyms, it's another word for, but it's like all these little subtitles, that little music genre things. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. So you need to figure out what you want to do. I think if I take some time to study like what all those things are, I can come up with some really, really good songs, which I plan on doing over the next holiday season. I plan on sitting down, looking at Suno, really looking at it, and figuring out how to create the type of songs I really, really, really would love, and then I'm gonna sell them. Now, we're gonna go into what that looks like as far as selling, but first you got to figure out what your niche is, what genre you want to be in. And then you have to understand that you have to really learn how to create the right words to say. You can even go to ChatGPT and say, write me a song about this. You don't have to let Suno write the song. You can say, write me a song about this, and it will write your song, right? And then you can take that song and go to Suno and hit on custom and drop it in there, and you can do, or you can write your own songs. If you are a gifted writer and you write your own music, all you gotta do is write your songs and then take your songs and copy and paste it over into Suno under custom, and it's gonna create all the beats and everything for the song that you just wrote. If you're like me, when you don't write music, you just go in and say, hey, do a song based on these things. This is the title, this is the theme, this is how much bass I want, this is the vocal style, and that's it. And then I let Suno do its thing, and it takes like 30 seconds. You don't have to do that. So many ways to leverage this. But if you want to be really like a little bit more authentic, you write your songs, and then maybe I need to try writing a song and see what that. As a matter of fact, when I get finished with the show, I'm gonna try writing a Christmas song through ChatGPT is gonna write it for me based on the input that I'm gonna put in. And then I'm gonna copy and paste it in Suno and see how it comes out versus what Suno writes, because that could be a thing too. So what genre are you going in? Country, R&B, hip hop, trap, what's the other one? Rock and roll, new age, whatever that is, pick your genre. Then once you pick your genre, you know, you have to then figure out how to prompt for that genre, come up with descriptive titles and things like that. You can say, you know what, I'm gonna create a whole album with 24 songs. I'm gonna come up with my titles, and then I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna drop one title at a time in with the emotions attached to it and all that kind of stuff. Is it slow? Is it fast? Is it dance? Is it laid back? Is it dramatic? Is it scary? Is it country sad? Is it country happy? Is it country dance? Those type of descriptive words you want to put in there. I do put a few, but I don't put enough. That's why I never get the real output that I want, but I do get outputs that I like. All right. All right. I'm going to go to a song. This is my Christmas song that I did. It's called Under the Mistletoe. This is one of them this morning. Then we're going to come back. I'm going to talk about how to actually sell the music. All right. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Snow is falling, lights aglow, warmth around us, feel the flow. Jingle bells and hearts do show, yeah, yeah. Love is near, don't let it go. Under the mistletoe, oh baby, kiss me nice and slow, oh, oh. Feel the rhythm, let it grow. Ooh, yeah. Under the mistletoe, let's go. Fires crackling, stockings hang, hang, hang. Sweetest night, the choir sing. Oh yeah, gifts we share, our hearts will cling. Hold me close, the nights are thing. Under the mistletoe, oh baby, kiss me nice and slow, oh, oh. Feel the rhythm, let it grow. Ooh, yeah. Under the mistletoe, let's go. Stars above, twinkle bright, so bright. In this magic, see the light, see the light. Wrap our love, oh so tight, so tight. Together in this winter night, winter night. Under the mistletoe, oh baby, kiss me nice and slow, oh, oh. Feel the rhythm, let it grow. Oh, yeah. Under the mistletoe, let's go. Let's go.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This your girl, Audrey Bell-Kearney. You're listening to the Gwinnett Show. And today is Talk Tech Tuesday. We're talking AI, and I'm talking about Suno Music, helping you start your own music business, leveraging great tools like AI to help you do so. We're going to talk about where to sell the music at. So, if you come up with I don't know how many songs supposed to be on the soundtrack. I have over 100 right now. I'm going to go through and pick out my best ones, or I may just create a new whole group of songs to put on my new songs for the new year. I'm trying to figure out what genre I want to be in. Is it R&B? I got all these things going on in my head, so you have to figure that stuff out too. But once you have figured that out, right, now you want to figure out how to sell the music. One of the ways you can do that is like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and Deezer. Now, Deezer, I could tell you, my podcast is supposed to be distributed on Deezer, which reaches out to a whole. So it's like like it is one platform that syndicates your show out to all of these other places that are aggregates, right? And then your podcast is all over the place. These are for some strange reason has just been saying still submitting. That's been a year. And I was like, okay, something is wrong with that. But anyway, there's another one, and I've been doing my research on this. I looked at TuneCore, I looked at DistroKid, and I looked at CD Baby. CD Baby has been around for a long time. Now, you may want to try to get your music on Amazon and Apple by yourself and Spotify, but here's the way you really want to do it. You want to go through one of these sites, DistroKid, TuneCore, and CD Baby. Now, I can tell you the one that I'm kind of leaning towards. I looked at TuneCore. Looked at CD Baby. For some reason, CD Baby didn't stick out to me. TuneCore and DistroKid did. So I looked at TuneCore first. And I was like, okay, I like TuneCore. But then I looked at DistroKid and I was like, I really like DistroKid. So what I found was that a lot of people were using DistroKid. And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to use DistroKid. Now, when you go into these platforms, you have to treat it like a business. Let me say that again. Once you create these amazing songs, you have to treat this like a business, which is why I have not started yet because I already have a business that takes up a lot of my time and and I'm running a chamber that takes up a lot of my time. So you have to treat this like a business. Even if it's like a side hustle, you still need to treat it like a side hustle business, right? When you get into your profile, you have to optimize your profiles with the music descriptions to attract the people that you want to be attracted to the music. So I give you a prime example on Amazon. You on anything you create a profile. Your LinkedIn, you create a profile. You create the profile based on the people you want to attract to you. It's not about you for real. It's about the people you want to attract to you. Let me say that one more time because somebody missed it. It's not about you for real. It's about the people that you want to attract to you. So your profile should be about the people that you want to attract to you. Yesterday, my daughter told me TikTok was going away, and I thought she was like, "I'm like TikTok is not going anywhere." I've been saying this like I don't think TikTok is going. Well, TikTok is going away, like literally. She said, "Yeah, TikTok is going away. You need to go sign up to Lemon 8." I was like, "What the heck is Lemon 8?" She said, that's gonna replace TikTok, Lemon 8." And I said, "Really?" So then I went to Lemon 8, right? It pulls all of your information over from TikTok and from the account that you're in at the time. At that particular time, I was in my Bookpreneur account, so it pulled that over, right? And I'm like, "Oh, it pulled over my Bookpreneur thing." So what happened was it let me update my description on Bookpreneur. So originally I was talking about myself, and I was like, "Nah, you know what? I need to change that. I want people to understand how they can become a bookpreneur." So I said, "Let me change that." And I want to put in what I want them to understand. I want to put in the description to attract the people I want. So the description I put in was become a bookpreneur. Learn how to use AI to write and sell books as a business. That's what I changed it to. Why? Because those are the people I want to attract. I want to attract people who want to become a bookpreneur. And that's what I did. So I changed that. So you want to make sure your profile is about you, but what you offer as a service. Now, if you're just an artist and you put I'm an artist, I'm a new artist, I'm a starving artist, I'm a struggling artist, I'm this kind of artist, whatever that is. Because if you want people to support you, you can say support me as an artist, right? I love music. Support me. Hello, all you music lovers. I'm a music enthusiast. Hey, and I would love your support. Ask them what you want. I'm telling these people, look, you want to do like me and write these books using AI and become a bookpreneur and sell your books. My books are all over the place. I can tell you how to do that. Here's how you do it. So you have to think about what you want to how you want to attract listeners to your music, and the way you do that is optimizing your profile for that particular thing. Right now, um, you also may want to think about platforms like YouTube, like Lemonade. You can always put your music out there. Because here's what I learned about putting your music over on TikTok. And TikTok had I guess some kind of database where they license people music, and then when people play it in stitches and all these little videos, that music again plays over and over and over. And I'm wondering, I don't know who's making money, but I'm not sure the artist is making some money because people are using their music on TikTok. Because I've used some. I've used some on Instagram. Like, okay, I like this song, I'm going to use this song, but it's somebody else's song. So I'm sure that they're making some money some kind of way when they're playing like seconds of somebody's song, or I'm sure they're getting like the artist is getting like a licensing fee or something. But this is the thing. You can offer your tracks as a content creator's go-to solution, right? Instagram constantly need royalty-free background music. TikTok, YouTube need royalty-free background music. There's probably a way for you to sell a license for one-time use or a subscription on those platforms. I'm looking into all of that in 2025, all of that, because I want to make sure that I'm getting paid. Now, the other place you can probably sell your music to is like Epidemic Sound. So when I was doing the show and I was using other people's music, I was getting my music from Epidemic Sound, which I love. They had a database of 30,000 songs, right? And this is like these are music libraries. People submit their songs and they make a royalty every time somebody. Well, this is how you can sell your music, because I paid a $15 a month subscription, and I probably use a lot of the same songs over and over because I just like those songs, and I had probably my favorite 10, and I would shuffle them around, and every now and again I would go and look for a new song on Epidemic Sound, and I put it in my playlist and shuffle around some songs, but it was worth it to pay the $15 because I didn't have to worry about getting in trouble for using people's music. So why is that important? Because now you can go your AI generated music to Epidemic Sound and Audio Jungle and Pond 5, these type of platforms, these music libraries, and earn royalties every time somebody purchases your soundtrack. See what I'm saying? So you can make money from this. And I'm planning on doing that in 2025 because I make too many songs not to that's passive income. Like once I put it up there and people listen to it, you know, I may be able to make a nice royalty because they like, oh, I like this. Like right now, my Christmas song, they should all be on an album over on Amazon and Audio Jungle and Epidemic Sound. It should all be an album, right? But I need to perfect it first. I need to make sure I like the way it sounds. That's what I want to make sure. I like the way it sounds. Right. All right. You also may be able to license your music for advertisements and commercials. Like when you look at TV and you see the commercials or you listening to the radio, you see those are places for you to advertise your music. Those are places that you can say, you know what, I have this music library. You can reach out to marketing agencies, video producers to license your music for advertising and promotional videos and commercial content because we see music in everything. We see there's music in everything. I've never seen a commercial or heard a commercial that didn't have some type of music in it. It could be your music. Now, let me say this. This is going to be very entrepreneurial. You can actually start to produce music for other folks and create commercials for other people as an agency. Like you can become your own ad agency with original music and original videos. Why? Because the AI tools are that great. Let me say that again. You can start your own AI promotion marketing agency, right? Creating music and videos and images that move and images that sing just because of AI. And people will pay for that because there are going to be some people, I don't care how simple AI is, I know for a fact, there will be people who will not, when I say will not use these tools because they just don't want to use them and they would pay you for that. And there are 7 billion people on the planet. You can find you 10 to 15 good customers paying you $300 to $500 a month. You don't think that's pretty cool, right? Then listen, can you handle 20 customers paying you $500 a month? 10 grand easily, and you sitting up there making music and videos and images. It's happening. You know, I haven't gone down that path, but I'm looking at it. When I tell y'all I'm revamping and rethinking so many things right now, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So, you can also sell exclusive rights to your music, to musicians and businesses. You can create custom soundtracks just for somebody's business, right? Because you can. Because think about this, right? A restaurant has a theme song. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know any restaurants with their own theme song. It'd be kind of cool if the whole staff had this song that they sing, right? You create a song, you sell it to the restaurant. Hey, I created a theme song. You can buy this song for this amount of money. And when people come in the door, the song is playing, the staff is singing it, right? The restaurant can have its whole customized playlist, and at the end of every song, there's a commercial. If you like this, go to pizzaparlor.com radio. I'm just saying, you got to think outside of the box. You got to think outside of the box. And as an entrepreneur, that's what we do. We think outside of the box. I'm hoping that somebody's listening to what I'm saying right now. I'm hoping that you can say, you know what? I like that. Now, if you want to create exclusive and sell exclusive ownership to quality tracks, like to musicians or businesses or filmmaking, who's looking for something unique and different, you can use platforms like or Airbit to connect with these buyers because they're there and they're looking for music. They're looking for like unique music. They know. Think about this, right? You're looking at a TV show and you hear this song, and the song is really nice. You haven't heard it on radio because it's not in mainstream. It's not. It doesn't play on mainstream TV, right? But it's playing on this movie and it goes perfectly with the scene that you're listening to. That's because the company has bought the rights to that music from somebody, and you're only gonna hear that song on that show. I remember watching. I don't know, was it Charmed? I used to watch all the time, but at the end of every episode, they put the name of the artist, which I thought was so cool. At the end of the show, the name of the artist, like the artist cover, and the name of the song at the end of every show. And I want to say it was Charmed. It was something I used to watch on TV, and they would do that. I thought that was amazing. So they probably licensed that music, but they're also giving them a lot of promotion when they do that. Because if you watch a show and you watch it all the way to the end, and people like some of the soundtracks, I can tell you a good example of soundtracks, right? There are two movies that I will watch over and over and over again, like I've never seen them before: Saturday Night Fever and Grease 2. Why? Because I love the soundtracks in both of those. Saturday Night Fever has one of the best soundtracks ever, and I have probably seen Saturday Night Fever 50 times because I love the soundtracks. And I've watched the movie that many times because of the soundtrack. It wasn't so much about the story. I like the story, but it was the music. Cause it must be the night fever. You know how to do it, right? I love the Bee Gees. And so that's one. And then Grease 2, Love the soundtrack. Looking for a cool rider, a cool rider. That those are the songs, and I know all the words, all the songs in the soundtrack. So that right there makes people want to tune into it. Now, why is that important? Because every time those two come up and I see it in my feed, hey, Grease 2 is coming on. Guess what I'm doing? Oh, Grease 2 coming on. I'm gonna watch. Well, watch it like I've never seen it before. Saturday Night Fever. We'll watch it like I've never seen it in the, now I can tell you something about Saturday Night Fever. There was some stuff in Saturday. I went to go see like the real version that I had never seen before. Like I've always seen like the TV version of Saturday Night Fever. And my friend Georgette said we should go see Saturday Night Fever. It's gonna be they're gonna be showing it downtown at the Performing Arts Theater in my town. And I said, okay, cool, that sounds cool because I love Saturday Night Fever. So we go there and I'm sitting there and they were saying some stuff and I'm like, I'm looking like, what just happened? Some of the scenes and some of the things they said in the movie, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I would have liked this. I had seen this earlier, but I fell in love with the soundtrack. You know how you meet somebody and you really don't like them, but then you just fall in love with like something about them, and the part that you don't like, you kind of just overlook. That happens all the time in real life. Well, I saw the movie, like the real version. She said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I've never seen this version before, and I've seen this about 50 times." Because that version has been edited out in all of the episodes, all of the movies that I've ever seen. Like it's some real bad stuff about Spanish people, black folks. I'm like, what in the what? Right? But I still like the movie. So anyway, there's ways for you to sell your music. Now, what's interesting, and this is what we're trying to figure out now, is how do you make sure that you can protect your music, right? And I think the blockchain is going to be huge in that. When you put it on these other platforms, they already have their sites encrypted and all that stuff. But let's say, for instance, you want to start your own radio station or whatever, and you want to play your own music, which you totally could. Like you could literally make a whole slew of songs and launch your own radio. I told my husband yesterday, I had made some songs. I was like, yeah, I felt like a DJ today, right? Which was hilarious. Um, but you can create your own online radio station, play all of your own music, and sell ads against your music as you build a station. You could do that. That's a business by itself. Can you imagine having your radio station, with your own? I'm gonna tell my husband this because he wanted to be a DJ at one point, with your own music, and it's your music, and now you selling ads against that because people want to listen to the music that you're putting out. You could do that. That becomes a revenue stream for you. And here's the thing, some of those online radio stations let you put that thing on auto and it will just play for 24 hours, just play over and over. And you don't have to go in there and do anything except for make sure you can pay for that 24-hour playtime. That's all. And that's passive income for you. Think about that for a second. That's passive income for somebody. Listen, I got a whole entire article on the website about this. Like, there's a whole guide to this whole thing. I just wanted to give you some idea of what you could do because there's so many things you could do. Like, even when I think about the intros, like the music in my intro, like the music you hear, I created that on Suno. Like the voice I created on 11 Labs, but the music I created on Sono, and then I edited them together. So that's how I got that beat. I wanted an original beat for that because even with that, right? I remember doing an interview with somebody, a live interview, and I always play an intro video before I do my show. And I'm thinking, okay, this is cool. So I played my little intro video, and I think I used some music that I got off of Canva, if I'm not mistaken, because Canva has a library of royalty free music and all that stuff. The problem with all of that stuff is that it belongs to somebody. And so when it gets to YouTube, if someone has already claimed copyrights to that, you're using somebody else's music. You may not get in trouble for it, but you for sure won't get monetized if you are a partner. And I was like, I can't even use it in my intros anymore. So what I did was I went to Suno and I did instrumental only, and I said it needs to be this, this, and this. And it's the music that you hear in the intro and the outro of the show, I created with Suno. And I used the 11 Labs to create the voice. And I was like, I like this guy's voice. I'm going to use his voice. I'm going to use this music. I put them together. Now I got an intro and an outro. I used to pay for that on Fiverr. Sorry, guys. I used to go to Fiverr, and don't get me wrong, Fiverr does a really a good job. Like they probably do a way better job because they are really professionals over there. And but I was paying $65, and now I pay 22, and I make as many as I want. I was paying $62 a intro and outro. So now I don't have to do that. So yeah, that kind of took a job from somebody, but I'm a businesswoman. I got to look at the bottom line. That's what I got to look at. And I get it, but here's the thing. You have to start looking at it that way too. You don't want to replace people, but if you're a business person, at the end of the day, you have to look at the bottom line of what's going to make sense for you and your business. So if you're thinking about going into the music business, you could be creating songs, but let me tell you something. So my book, The Lyran Legacy, I'm creating chapter movies for the book, right? Because I want to promote the book. So I'm creating a channel on YouTube. I'm creating chapter movies for the book. And I'm going to use all my own original music, my own original videos, and then I'm going to pop them up to tell a story on YouTube. So I'm using all of this AI to create all of this content to put it on YouTube. So I have 20 chapters in the first book. By the time I get finished with all 20 of those chapters, the new book will be out, book number 2 in the series. I'm gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be repeating, rinse and repeat over and over and over again. That's what I'm gonna do. But now I'm using the music that I'm creating with Suno for my chapter movies for my book. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to be creative. Why am I doing it? Because I want to build my YouTube channel. Like, I'm that person that really wants that YouTube button. Like that for me, that's what I want. I want to get to that 100,000 subscribers, and I want them to send me the YouTube button. Then that's the silver button. Then I want to get to 1 million, and I want them to send me the gold button. That's a goal for me. Like, for real. Like, it may not be for most people. That's my goal. I want that YouTube button, right? So I'm going to create chapter movies for my book. I'm going to put my own original music in that I use Suno for, and then I'm going to create the videos that I'm going to use in video for to create the scenes, drop the music. Now I will tell you this. I got to figure out how to do this. In video gives you music. So what I may do is put an intro song on the beginning because they're gonna be short films. They're gonna be like probably a minute or so. It's gonna be very short. I'm probably gonna put maybe 2 minutes because I think on with the generative AI you get like 15 minutes of content, which means if I give it 2 minutes, I'm gonna have 7 videos, which is cool because I'm gonna drop one a week. So that gives me enough time. So probably a 2-minute video. But I think that I know that you can probably add music directly from InVideo inside of your show. I don't know if I want that music, so I may put my own little spin on the front side with my own song, and then I may put my own song on the back side as an outro with the credits rolling. So I have to figure that part out. But um, these are some of the things you can do. There's an entire article on the Good Morning Gwinnett website for today. If you go there in about 10 minutes, you'll be able to go and read the entire article about how to do this thing. And it's good. It's a good thing. Here's some takeaways, right? You want to make sure that you understand the licensing guides and copyright uses and things like that. If you don't have the paid plan for Suno, you can't use the music commercially. Of course, I got the paid plan. It's only $10 because I want to use my music the way I want to use it. They've gone through some trials and tribulations. Oh, Suno is stealing people's stuff. Well, I think Drake recently partnered with them, which means now you ain't got to steal because we about to partner and I need a piece of that money y'all breaking off because you're going to do it anyway. And it's hard to prove that, the way it sounded you stole, it's hard to prove. So instead of fighting them, how about we just partner and I give you some of my catalogs and you put it you train your AI on it. Now people music around it and I want to cut. Listen, that's called smart business. That's what Drake is doing. He's partnering with Suno, and I'm sure that's kind of like I wasn't in the room when the deal went down, but I can assume that's how the deal went down. Right? So you want to make sure you follow the AI licensing guidelines, which you need a pro plan if you're going to sell the music. You can create unique and high track stuff. The music is great. Multiple monetization platform strategies. I just gave you a bunch of them. Like where you want to sell it, how you want to sell it, what genre you want to sell in, who's your target audience, all of that. And then you got to remember, nothing happens if you don't promote. You got to treat it like a business, even if it's a side hustle. You got to treat it like that because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to do anything without creating what the hustle behind it, right? You can put it on. Listen, I got books on Amazon. Do you think Amazon is saying, "Hey, we like Audrey, we're gonna promote her book"? No, they're not. I have to. That's why I'm creating chapter movies for my book because I need to promote my books. And guess what's gonna happen when I create my channel? When I go over there and put in like the description, The links to the book is going to be there. The link to the podcast is going to be there. Everything that I'm trying to grow is always cross-marketing each other. So the next move for my book is to create these chapter videos. Now, and the book is sitting on Amazon, but unless I'm sending traffic over there to buy the book, it doesn't matter. My book is sitting on Barnes and Noble and Books A Million and all of the book platforms, Lulu. But unless I'm sending traffic to these places, it's just sitting there. Same thing with your music. You have to send traffic somewhere so people can go buy it. Spotify. My ebook for the Lyran Legacy is on Spotify for $12.99. So if you don't want to read the book, you can always go and listen to it on Spotify. It's on. If you go look up Lyran Legacy by Audrey Bell-Kearney, it's over there. I haven't had a chance to really promote it. I'm promoting it now. So if you want to go listen to it, you can go listen to it. So it's a great platform. AI is changing the game. You can make plenty of money, but you got to focus. You got to get strategic about what you're doing and why you're doing it. So this way, you can give it your attention. I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and I was telling her, look, she's an IT engineer. And she was like, although I love my job, I think I want to do something for myself. And I said, listen, figure out what you want to do and create something around that passion, right? Something that you know you can commit to, like I commit to this podcast 4 days a week. You got to be that committed to the thing. And she said, my daughter loves to cook. Like I can cook, I can burn, but I don't like to cook. She loves to cook. So she will always be cooking stuff. And I said to her, you need to come up with something in that space. We had a little mastermind on the phone yesterday morning, like 7:30. By the time we got off, she had an idea. She had a name. This morning she called me. She done registered the domain name. She sent me everything that I need to build the app for her. She's excited. And she said, see, I can do this. I was like, yeah, she's a content creator. That's what she is. Create content in your space. But my thing to her has always been, I don't want you to just be creating content for creating content's sake. Have an intention behind your content. Have a plan. Like you putting in all this work, making this great content. What is it for? And I think she had to get real comfortable with I want to make money with my content. And I had to get her there. And I was like, look, you got to do all these different things. Like the content is great, but it needs to lead to something. It needs to lead to a link to something, right? And I got her to see that, and she was excited. What was interesting, she put some stuff in ChatGPT, and it told her she needed a pot set. I told her that yesterday. When I was telling her that, she didn't get it because I always think really big, and most people don't get it. But I said, I'm going to show you how to put the pot set inside of your stuff. I'm going to show you how to do these things via Amazon. You ain't got to worry about shipping nothing. Ain't nobody going to call you. Amazon's going to handle it all. So the tools are here. Now is the time for you to take this thing and blow it out the water. Now is the time. Because it's going to get really saturated in a minute and you're going to get left behind. Then you're going to become a consumer for somebody else who had the same idea that you had, but you drag your feet on doing it. Don't do that. The playing field right now is not completely level, but you have a great opportunity ahead of you if you take the steps and make the moves. All right. I'm going to my last song, then I'm going to come back and give you my words of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Snow is falling, lights aglow. Oh yeah, underneath the mistletoe. Whisper soft, your hand in mine. Magic Christmas time. Fireplace, it's burning bright. Oh yeah, shadows dancing in the night. All I want is in your eyes. You and me, our hearts alight. You are my gift. Love so strong, our spirits lift. You are my gift. In your arms my joy, no matter how far, far, far. Wrapped in love so pure and true, and true. My forever, always you, always you. You are, you are, you are my gift. Love so strong, my spirit's lift. You are, you are, you are my gift. In your arms I feel so swift. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. You are my gift. Oh, yeah. Every wish, every star, star. You're my joy, no matter how far, far.
You are my gift. See, that's a nice song, right? I made that with Suno this morning, and I did it this morning because I got a late start. That's the crazy part. I got a late start. I made it this morning, and I was like, I like that song, but that song took me about 4 or 5 different iterations because I'm like, I don't like the way it sounds. But I made it this morning. So listen, I got to go, but before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration. Here it goes. It says, use your imagination. Limitations live only in your mind, but if you use your imaginations, our possibilities, if we use our imagination, our possibilities become limitless. Let me say it again because people, they didn't get it. Use your imagination. Limitations live only in our minds. If we use our imagination, our possibilities become limitless. Listen, right now, we're living in a time and a place where things are just limitless. Creativity right now is limitless. Like you can create songs, you can create books, you can create artwork. There is just so much you can create right now. It is limitless because these tools are making it possible. But here's what I will tell you. While you're sitting on the fence, somebody is being limitless and you're going to get left behind. Then it's going to get oversaturated and you're going to have to wait for the next wave to come in so you can start to try to do something. It happened. I'm not telling you because it didn't happen to me. When I think about the internet, I bought my first computer in 1994. My brother had an American Express card, and American Express used to put out a catalog. And in that catalog, it had a computer. And I said to him, can I buy this computer? And he said, yes. I bought the computer out of the American Express catalog. I got my first computer. The internet was just kicking off. And if I had known then what I know now, you know, who knows where I would have been. I went to school to learn how to build websites in 1997. I learned how to build websites in 1997, and Front Page came out and said, you know what, screw that. You don't got to know how, you don't have to know HTML. We got this software on this disk. Microsoft came out with it. It's called Front Page. Go back and look at it. I think it was 1997. They came out with this software that you didn't have to know HTML anymore. You can just use this software template and build websites. I did that. Had I known then what I know now, who knows where I would have been, right? But then I missed that one. And then they had the dot-com boom in the 2000s, right? Lord knows I have millions of ideas, but I was so busy doing my doll company till I missed that bubble, right? Missed that, it went away. Then podcasting came out. No, YouTube came out in 2005. I jumped on in 2006. I look back, I was like, wait a minute. I've been on since 2006. They made me a partner. I remember them saying you a partner way back before they had all these rules and regulations. I didn't even understand what that meant. So I missed that. Now I have to start almost from scratch because I missed that. Then podcasting came out, right? I jumped right out there and started doing it. And then I missed that bubble because by the time podcasting caught up to me, I was burned completely out because there was no revenue coming from them because I didn't understand. What I will tell you, I will not miss the AI bubble. I will not. By the time AI grows up in 2026, 2027, 2028, your girl will be a multi-millionaire in this space. I want you to come along and be in the space with me. Come on in. As a matter of fact, go over to my website. It's free. It's called AIfounders.network. 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 Go in that group. In that group, I'm dropping information about AI tools. I'm doing an AI live. I'm doing a live tonight on how to build a chat bot. I did one last Wednesday. I'm doing one tonight at 7 o'clock. It's like 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock on how to create these chat bots. AIfounders.network. And it's going to take you straight to our Facebook group. It's free to get in there. The classes that I do are free for you to attend. And I'm only probably going to do 4. So, because by that time, you should understand how to use the platform that I'm using. And then I probably won't be doing any more. Because right now I'm doing like 4. I'm doing 2 now. I did one last Wednesday. I'm doing one tonight. I think I'm doing one on January 8th and then January 22nd. Then after that, I probably won't do any more. I may, but I don't know. But this is going to allow you to go in there and start networking people and become an AI founder, right? Because it's so possible right now. And the reason I can't do more is because I have to work on my daughter's project, which is an app, and I'm excited about that. So anyway, check it out. Thank you for listening to this show. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 49 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. Tomorrow is Talk Business Wednesday, so I'll be back again tomorrow talking business. I feel like every day is Talk Business because I talk business and tech every day. So maybe I just need to just say, hey, I'm talking business and tech every day. How about that? Because that make a lot more sense, right? Anyway, I'll be back again tomorrow, God willing. Listen, if you like the show, you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the show and share it with your friends. Share it with 2 friends. Do me that favor. Go to the YouTube channel, Good Morning Gwinnett. Go to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. I want the silver button, y'all. I want that button, but I need your help. And the subscriptions is free. Just like it. And then while you're somewhere listening, chilling, while you're relaxing, you can listen to past episodes on YouTube. But I want that silver button. Help me get that button. It's free. All right. Thank you again. I'll be back tomorrow at 10. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. You guys stay safe out there. And if you're in Georgia, enjoy this beautiful weather. If you're not, my nephew is at UMass. And I say it's cold right now. He hates the cold. But he'll be in Georgia tomorrow where it's going to be 69 degrees. So beautiful day, beautiful day. I'll be back again tomorrow. Stay safe out there. And until next time, my friends, until next time, make it a great day. Bye, everybody.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, hosted by Audrey Bell-Kearney. If you missed an episode, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com for past episodes and local news. Do us a favor and click the link in the description to support the show for just $5.99 a month and share it with a friend.